So this is QGIS environment. All we need to do is that, you agreed with me yesterday, we have created layers. Okay, layer, that is building where we digitize two building from the estate, and then we created another layer for road, and then we design the road within the estate. Okay, so now this time around now, for example, you have been working on that data, right? So you don't need to actually create a new one again. So let's assume you are working on a particular project and you save a layer. You don't actually need to start creating. Let's assume you close your job, you did not finish the work, and then you close it and come back. You don't actually need to start afresh or something. Okay, you can load the layer into a different QGIS environment, or you can even copy that particular layer and send to somebody. Okay, so but now we want to load our layer. That is what we used yesterday. So I'll click on layer, and then I'll click on add layer. Okay, then from there, now I'll click on this browser. Okay, so now this is the folder that will save those layer on the yesterday. Okay, for example, I have building, so I'll select this building. Okay, I click open, and then I click add, and then I close. So you see, this is the building that we digitized yesterday. Okay, that two estate that we digitized yesterday. Then I'll go back again to layer, add layer, and then I click on, I'll browse, and then I'll select road, right? Remember, I'm picking the one that ends with SHP. You see, they'll have about 5 files attached to one layer, right? But you are making use of the one that is SHP. Mind you, in case you want to copy this work for anybody, possibly want to send it to somebody to actually use the same data, make sure you copy all the 5 files that is here. Okay, for example, now road start like this from here to here. Copy all of them, okay? And then you can now zip it and send to the person. Okay, but for loading now, you can just load this one. Click only this one and click on open, and then I click add, and then I close. So I have the road here. These are the road that we digitized yesterday, right? All the road has a name. Now I need to bring in the satellite image, which is the background map that we're going to use. So, or the base map. So I'll click on browse here. Now this is the Google map. You click on it, and then you drag and drop. Okay. So you see that it's showing now. Okay. But now those layers that we load, which is the building and the road, is not showing because the satellite image is on top. So how will you manage that? That is what we talk about layers from the beginning of this workshop. I talk about GIS layer is being arranged layers by layer, okay, or GIS data is being arranged layers by layer. So for example, now this is the whole world be on top of that particular plot or that particular building. That's why you're not seeing it. So now you go back to your layer here. Now, instead of this Google map to be on the top, just click on it, hold it down, hold it down, and drag and drop under it. You understand? So that the Google map now will be under instead of it to be at the top, right? So it depends, the way you arrange your layer here is the way that it's going to show here in terms of overlay. Okay. So as you can see, I have my building and then the road. Okay. Remember yesterday we load the road where we label the road by double clicking on the road. That is for you to enter the property, and then I click on label, show, and then click on single label. And then we are labeling with road. Labeling with road, what is the road name? I click apply and click OK. So you see, we have road A, road B, and road C. So we have more other roads here, but this is what we digitized yesterday. Okay, so this is how you use GIS tools to actually load an existing data. Sorry. All right. So we'll continue now. Now we have layers here. As I said, we started with this yesterday. I want to add another layer, another polygon again. So I'll start and then I'll add. Okay, and then building number can be 3 now. The number of beds can be 4 bedroom, and then the pictures is something that we're going to add. The occupant, let's say, is Mr. James. Okay, so I click OK, right? So this is how you digitize, and then if you digitize, make sure you click save, so that I make save to this your layer. Okay. Now the next thing to do now is for us to do what we call geotagging. Geotagging is ability for you to tag an image to this layer, so that if you are showing your client, if you are making presentation to your client or to your boss, you can actually display picture. Let's continue. So now the main thing now is for us to attach a picture to it, which is called geotagging in GIS, so that you can link picture to that particular layers that you have. So how do you do that? First of all, you make sure that your pictures is arranged, like the picture that you want to put, you need make sure that they are in one particular folder, okay, in any location in your system. Okay, so now what you need to do is that you come here. Okay, now I'll go. Okay, so what I need to do is that I'll share my desktop so that you can see my desktop. Okay, so I'll share this. So I'll go to my desktop, and then I have under the desktop, I have this estate management, and then I have image. Okay, I have image, which is my where I kept my image, right? Okay, so I'll open it. Then this is a picture that I want to upload, or I want to tag. All right. So what I will need to do now is I'll click on this picture, then you just click on this place so that I can get the address of this particular place, this particular folder. So you copy it. You remember what I did? It is like this, that you click an empty place somewhere so that it can be highlighted. You copy this. Okay. Then go back to the GIS. I have to share the GIS again. You go back to GIS environment, open your attribute table by clicking on the layer, right click, open attribute table. Okay, now under the attribute table, for example, now the first picture or the first building, which is building number 1, this is the picture, all right? So what I need to do is to right click and paste that link that I copied. Okay, and then you put slash, then the name of the folder or the name of that particular picture. So I'll go back again. I'll share this folder. Now, this is the name of the folder is building, right? So I'll just click on it, right click. Then I'll rename it so that I can copy the name. So that, because if you are typing it there, to avoid mistake, because if there's any mistake, the picture will not be linked. So I'll copy it, and then I'll go back to my QGIS again. Here, QGIS. Okay, I'll go back to my QGIS again. That is my attribute table. Are you seeing my attribute table? I think I need to share the attribute table separately. So you are seeing the attribute table now, right? Damilola, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can
Hmm.
hear you very well.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. I
Good
heard.
afternoon.
okay, okay. All right. So I'll go on the attribute table now. I actually pasted the directory of that folder where we kept the picture. That's what I did earlier, and then I put slash, and then I went back to rename the picture so that I can copy the name of the picture itself. Then I paste it like you are linking a directory or you are linking a folder either in Excel or any other format where you link a folder or coding. So now I've successfully linked the folder to this place. Okay. Then I'll go back to the GIS, QGIS again. Okay. Now we are showing QGIS, right? I hope people are seeing the satellite image because I've been switching between two different windows, the attribute table and then the main QGIS. So in case you are not seeing what I'm saying, then please just draw my attention to that. Possibly I not share it, but presently now we are showing satellite image, which is the main QGIS. Okay, I'm just from the attribute table. So now what I'll do now is that I'll come here, right? I'll double click on this layer, which will contain the building where we want to link. Then under the layer property now, you click on attribute form. Take note, you click on attribute form. Then you click on picture, all right? Because it's the picture that we want to link. All right. Then under the widget type, you click on this text type here under the widget type and change it to attachment because it's a picture that we want to add, right? I'll change it to attachment. Then I'll click here, click on this button and say default path. That is the path to that folder. So what you need to do, you need to browse here and select the folder because if you remember, my picture is inside a folder called image, right? On my desktop or inside an estate folder, right? So I'll click and then I'll go to I need to share that screen again to avoid confusion. Okay, so I'll go to desktop. All right, I'll go to estate, then I'll go to image. I'll select the folder called image, then I come to QGIS environment. All right, so I'll go back to QGIS again. All right, so this is QGIS environment. You see that I've added the image. Okay, I've added the image. Then you scroll down, you make sure you click on this relative part, you click on it. Relative to the project part, you leave it tick. File part, you leave it tick. Display a button upon the dialog, you leave it. Use hyperlink for document parts. Yes, tick it. Okay. Then under the integrated document viewer, the type of document you are viewing is image, right? Is image. Then the author, the width now, you can actually increase, if you want to increase the width, that's the size of your image so that depend on how do you want it to be, and then the kind of system you are using as well. If you're having a very large screen, maybe you're making a presentation, you can increase it, okay? But now we can leave it at that author, then, okay? So from then I can click OK, okay? So now we have linked the picture to this particular place. So what I need to do, I told you about identifier tools earlier. Okay, so I'll click on this layer, I'll click on identifier tool, and then I'll click on the object. Okay, that particular folder, that particular polygon. So I'll click on it. Okay, so as you can see, this is the picture, right? So this is the picture now. So what you need to do, you click here, you go to the image, then click on the image, and then click open. Okay, so you see, you are seeing your picture. Okay, so now this is how you link your image to your picture. For example, now, let's say you are making a presentation to your client, want to show. What you need to do, you click here, click your identifier tool, you click on the image, you see you have it. So now you are having all the attribute information linked with the picture. Okay, the essence is for you to link pictures to your attribute information, which is called geotagging. Okay, now I link pictures to this very building, which is building 1. Okay, now if I check the second building, you see that there's nothing there, right? So what you need to do, you click here and then you go and select the building. You go to the folder, desktop, estate, image, and then select the building. So you see, so now if you are, based on the fact that you have already linked the folder to this attribute table, what you need to do only is to be clicking and browsing to the pictures and it will be shown. Okay. Another thing is that if you see the size of, this is the size of the picture now, in case you want to increase the width, okay, I'll double click on this, the same place. Okay, I'll click on the picture that is under the attribute form. Click on the picture, you scroll down under the widget because all other informations are okay now. So I can decide to make it 400 pixels by 400 or by 300 pixels. So I click OK. All right. So I use my identifier tools to identify. So as you can see, you see how the picture is big now. Okay, the picture is bigger. Okay, so now this is the estate. Okay, this is the picture of this particular estate that we digitized because I actually take the snapshot also from the satellite image, the 3D of that area. So this is the picture of the place. Okay, so you can see. So now what you need to do is to gather more pictures in that particular folder. For example, you can add more, like here now, you can add many pictures. For example, you can add the pictures of the rooms, all the bedrooms, all the show the pictures of the parlor, the kitchens and everything, so that when you are making presentation to your client, you can actually show the details of everything without necessarily visiting the site. Okay. I hope you guys are following. Are you hearing me?
Yes, sir. You're following.
Okay, okay. All right.
Yes, I'm getting you. I'm hearing you.
Okay, sir. Okay, all right. So this is how you link your image to your polygon or your layers on QGIS. Okay. So now the next thing we need to do is like this our line that we have here. Okay. This is our line we have here. Let's assume you need more information about this line. For example, in terms of calculating the area or the length of the line, because possibly you are in charge of the estate, you need to do maintenance, possibly to the road. So maybe the road was not formally tied and then you want to tie it. So you actually need to get information about the length of the road. Okay, yesterday I made mention of taking direct measurement from here. You click on linear and then you take your measurement straight from here and it will automatically give you the length of the road. Okay, but at the same time, you can also from the attribute information of the road, I click open attribute, so I have to go and share my attribute table. Attribute. Okay, so I share the attribute of the roads. So I need to add, for example, the information we have is just about the road name. So I click on this add start edit, and then I click on add new so that I can add new field. I click on add new. So possibly I want the length of the road. Okay. The situation whereby you're having a very long, let's assume the road is very long, and then at the same time there are many. So instead of you to start taking the measurement one by one, you can automatically calculate them. So I want the length of the road. Okay. And then the length of the road should be decimal because it can be so points. So I can leave this place as 20. Okay, and then the precision can be 2. That's the number of decimal place. Okay, so from there, I click OK. So I have the length here now. So what I need is to calculate the length of those roads. So what we need to do is I'll click on this ID here, and then I select length. Okay, then on your keyboard, type $. Okay, and then type length. Okay, type length. If you remember last week we did something like this where we calculate area, all right? So you type $length. If it is area that you want to calculate, is $area. Okay, make sure you select that particular field that you want to update. And then from here, you now click update all. So as you can see, we have the road length, the length of the road, all of them show. It's automatically calculated. So you can automatically get the details of all your roads for your proper management. Okay, and then we'll go back to pages. Okay, so come here. So now you can be able to know the length of your road and at the same time calculate the area of your building. Okay, now for you to go more details on this, for example, I did this here last week also, because this first polygons we have here is talking about the estate itself, the whole estate, like one unit of a building in an estate. But you can go further for your management, depending on your breakdown structure of management. You can actually create another layer, okay, which you can be kind of unit details, whereby you can now digitize the building and based on the floor plan. You digitize the room, digitize the parlor, digitize the toilet, digitize the kitchens and all that, so that you can interlink all of them. You link the pictures, you add more details, so that you have a clear understanding or clear details of everything that you're supposed to show your client for in terms of managing, in terms of selling your properties, in terms of managing your facilities, and at the same time, you can actually include the dates for maybe maintenance. Okay, your maintenance schedule can be included. Your maintenance schedule can be interlinked. Possibly is an Excel sheet or any document that you want to link. The same way you will link the pictures, that's how you link them. And it will, because it's a link already, so immediately you click, it automatically take you to where you can view it. Okay. So is there any question as regards to this?